Have you heard that The Simpsons are famous for predicting the future, right? They have predicted everything from Donald Trump's election to scandals in FIFA. But what if I told you they might have also predicted the scandal involving rap mogul Puff Daddy, also known as Sean Diddy Combs? In a specific episode of the series, they show a rap mogul surrounded by parties, power, and dark secrets. And the similarities to Diddy's real life are surprising. Coincidence or not? Today, we're going to dive into the Simpsons episode and understand how it may eerily align with the current scandals involving Puff Daddy. In episode 12 of season 28 of The Simpsons, titled The Great Gatsby, the plot begins with Mr. Burns feeling the loss of his youth and the lack of relevance he had in the past. Looking to revive that vibrant spirit, Burns decides to embark on a trip with Homer to a luxurious forest where they end up meeting the rap mogul JG. JG quickly impresses Burns with his opulent lifestyle, full of grand parties, wealth, and power. The rap mogul initially presents himself as a mentor to Burns, introducing him to his extravagant world. However, what seems like a friendship soon turns into betrayal, as JG manipulates Burns into investing his entire fortune into his music empire, leaving him bankrupt. Determined to get revenge, Burns teams up with Homer, Bart, and Jazzy James, a former colleague of JG who was also betrayed by the mogul. Burns' first attempt at revenge takes place during one of JG's lavish parties, where Burns tries to publicly expose the mogul. However, JG foils the plans by appearing at the party as a hologram, demonstrating the absolute control he has over the situation. Moreover, all the rappers and musicians present at the party support JG, betraying Burns and reinforcing the power and influence JG holds in the music industry. With this attempt failing, Burns decides to adopt an unusual strategy, kidnapping JG's pet goose, an animal extremely dear to the mogul. This moment culminates in a chaotic chase, where both Burns and JG end up hanging from a grand chandelier, trying to capture the goose. When the chandelier falls, both characters are saved by Smithers. After this chaos, the rivalry between the two ends unexpectedly, with JG and Burns reconciling. The similarities between JG in the Simpsons episode and music mogul Puff Daddy are striking and hard to ignore. JG is portrayed as a rap mogul known for his luxurious lifestyle, surrounded by wealth, grand parties, and great power in the music industry. This directly reflects the public image Puff Daddy has built over his career. Diddy is famous for his music empire and for living a life of excess, lavish parties, and influence in the highest circles of entertainment. In the episode Dioff, JG manipulates Mr. Burns, making him invest his entire fortune in the mogul's music empire, only to betray him and leave him completely bankrupt. This behavior mirrors the recent accusations against Puff Daddy, where he has been accused of using his influence and power to manipulate and exploit people close to him. Another intriguing similarity is how JG is portrayed as an almost untouchable figure, controlling his image and frustrating any attempt at public exposure. In the episode, when Burns tries to expose JG during a party full of influential people, JG appears as a hologram, preventing Burns from confronting him directly. This scene can be seen as a comparison to the image control that powerful figures like Puff Daddy exercise. Even in the face of scandals, they manage to preserve their reputation and stay on top, using their influence to avoid significant public damage. Another point is how JG thwarts all of Mr. Burns' revenge attempts. This can be interpreted as a representation of the difficulty many victims of powerful figures face when trying to expose the truth about these individuals, something evident in the cases of abuse of power that come to light in the entertainment world. We know that The Simpsons have a long history of surprising predictions that, over time, have proven eerily accurate. While the connection between JG and Puff Daddy is intriguing, it's not the only time the show has seemed to anticipate future events. Here are some of the most famous cases of The Simpsons' predictions. Donald Trump as president. In a 2000 episode, The Simpsons showed Donald Trump as president of the United States. At the time, this seemed like an exaggerated and unlikely scenario, but in 2016, it became a reality when Trump was elected president. The accuracy of details, such as his descent down an escalator in a scene, shocked many fans. FIFA scandal. In 2014, an episode satirized corruption in FIFA, with a character inspired by the president of the organization being arrested for illegal practices. A year later, in 2015, a major corruption scandal indeed hit FIFA, resulting in the arrest of several executives. Lady Gaga at the Super Bowl. In a 2012 episode, Lady Gaga appears performing in a show while suspended in the air, similar to a Super Bowl halftime show. 5 years later, in 2017, Gaga performed at the Super Bowl with an almost identical performance flying over the stage. These examples show that The Simpsons have a strange talent for capturing future events with their satire. Although these Katra predictions are mainly coincidences, they reflect how the writers keenly observe cultural and political trends. The Simpsons have always been more than just a comedy series. They frequently use satire to make sharp social critiques, especially regarding the world of entertainment and figures of power. The episode The Great Gatsby is a perfect example of how the series builds these critiques, bringing to light issues such as abuse of power and manipulation. The way JG manipulates Mr. Burns reflects a broader power dynamic, where the most powerful figures often exploit the vulnerabilities of others for their own benefit. The use of influence to manipulate and control is a central theme of the episode, and that is what makes the comparison to the scandal involving Puff Daddy so pertinent. The scene where JG appears as a hologram during the party is a clear example of how powerful figures can control their public image, even when their actions are questioned. This is something we often see in real life, especially with public figures who, even in the face of scandals, manage to preserve their reputation and maintain control over their narrative, something that has also been pointed out regarding Diddy. Did The Simpsons really predict the scandal involving Puff Daddy? While the episode The Great Gatsby was not a literal prediction of current events, it presents a social critique that seems eerily close to reality. JG's manipulative behavior, his extravagant lifestyle, and the way he uses his influence to control others directly echo the recent accusations against Puff Daddy. The Simpsons are masters at capturing the spirit of pop culture and power in entertainment, often through an irony so sharp that years later it seems prophetic. In this case, they may not have predicted Diddy's scandal exactly, but they perfectly captured the dynamics of power and manipulation that unfortunately are also present in the real world. So folks, The Simpsons continue to surprise us, and this comparison with the Puff Daddy case shows how the series is a master at making relevant critiques that resonate in real life. If you enjoyed this video and want more theories and curiosities, leave a like. It really helps the channel grow and bring more content to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we always have new videos, and with your subscription, you won't miss a thing. Comment below what you think about this coincidence. Was it a prediction or just sharp analysis by the writers? And of course, share with your friends who love theories and movies. Oh, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the next videos, because there's a lot of good stuff coming soon. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.